Hi, and welcome to Local Marketing Express. My name is Kenneth Wilder. I am the owner and president of Local Marketing Express. Let me ask you a few questions. Let's start out by first giving you a little background on myself. Again, my name is Kenneth Wilder. I'm a marketing. I've been marketing my own personal websites and other customers' websites for over 10 years. I own personally 20 different websites that I promote. I'll give you two of my most popular. I also own Google People Search Engine, which is a people search service, and I own Google People Finder, which is also a people search service. I own so many, for me to go through them all, it would take most of the time on this tape, so I'm not going to do that. But you can go and look at those websites yourself. I also have been doing local marketing and text message marketing for the last 2 years. But let's continue on. Let me ask you a couple of questions. You came to this website to get a few answers, and you probably got the information to come to this website from me personally. How is your business right now? How did you do this year? How did you do in 2011? How do you think you're going to do in 2012? Were your sales up or were they down? This is a question all business owners should ask themselves every year. The real question should be, how do I increase my sales? What am I doing to get my sales to increase? And how do I get people to my store? How can I make them repeat customers? That's the biggest one of them all. Because as most business owners know, repeat customers are the lifeblood of your company. Without them, you will eventually fail. If you just rely on customers off the street, it's not going to be a very profitable year for you this year. I mean, let's face it, things are bad right now. People are cutting back. Gas prices are high. Food is high. Utilities are high. People right now are looking for ways to cut their budget, cut the fat out of their budget. Do you want to be the fat or the cut that they make in their budget? Of course not. And trying to sit there and keep your business working and making it profitable sometimes can drive you insane. Trust me, I know. You know you have a great product or a great service, but the problem is getting people to your business so that you can show them exactly what you can do. Not to mention your competition. I mean, how do you compete with the big boys? Maybe you don't even want to compete with the big boys. Maybe you just want to maintain and expand your personal customer base. If you do want to compete with the bigger markets, how do you play with the big boys? You can advertise. This is the most popular way of doing it with TV, radio, and newspaper. Those are the most popular. Sometimes they are the most expensive also. The big boys will always outspend you if they want to, if you're trying to compete with them. So sometimes it's not always the best route to go. And if you're a small business, you can't afford to spend a lot of money on TV and radio ads when you're trying to make a profit. Because really, you don't know if those TV and radio ads are actually working. Newspaper ads are probably a little more doable, but still not as effective as they used to be in the past. With more and more people right now using computers, iPads, laptops, cell phones, smartphones, newspaper advertising is becoming obsolete. Some people tried a new thing, which is, I don't know if it's really that new. I used it in the past. I don't use it as much as email marketing. The challenge here is, number one, getting the email address in the first place. I mean, let's face it, most people don't like giving out their email address. Plus, it takes time to do this whole process. I mean, think about it. You got to ask the customer for their email address. You got to write the email address down. You got to make sure the email address is correct. You got to repeat it back to them to make sure that you have the correct information. Then you have to go back and input this information into your database. I mean, who has time for all of that? And if you're busy, you really don't have time for that. So you're missing out on a lot of opportunity in that little aspect alone. And even if you do get the email address, getting them to open your emails once you send them your new offer for the week or for the month, that's a whole nother issue within itself. I bet you didn't know this. Did you know that only 5% of all emails from businesses ever get open? Ever? I mean, you send out 100 emails and only 5 people actually open them up. What do you think happens to the rest of those emails that you sent out? You got it. Delete button. It's gone. That's where mobile marketing comes in. In this case, we're going to talk specifically about text marketing. Did you know that text message marketing actually has a 98% open rate and a much better response? The reason for this is that people are carrying their cell phones with them wherever they go. They always have it in their pocket. If they're out on the town or out in your area, they receive an email, text message from you, they are more likely to come visit your business than if they were sitting at home reading it on a computer. I mean, think about it. When you get a text message, what's the first thing you do when you get it, regardless of who it's from? Statistics say that 98% of us open it. And a little side note here, the 2% that don't might be people like my mom. She's a little older. It's not really into the whole technology thing. She doesn't really like email, so she turns hers off. But getting back on track, what does this mean for you? With a 98% open rate, that means more eyeballs are focused in on your offer, which means more customers and more repeat business for you. Now, how does this work? Well, in the next video, I'm going to get more into detail about exactly how you go about putting something like this together, to put a campaign like this together. In actuality, you sit down with a mobile helper like myself or one of my associates, and it takes you probably less than 5-10 minutes to actually sit down and plot out a campaign. After that, we have it set up and ready to go within 3 days or less. So basically what we want to do is help increase your business 30% this year. How does that sound? That's our goal, to get to 30%. Anywhere from 10 to 30%, we will guarantee we will increase your business. If not, you can get rid of us. So listen, I'm going to see you in the next video, kind of give you a walkthrough on how we actually go about doing this, and I'll see you on the other side. Have a great day and a profitable day. That's the most important of them all.